Alright guys,
We're back and better than ever.
yes guys, we are back with Fog Gaming 2K. Did not think this would be happening due to some complications with YouTube, due to getting multiple copyright strikes, getting the channel took down, getting it terminated, Arnold Schwarzenegger style. Will no be back was the final words of us, but somehow, by some miracle, with the help of some Indian spice from down under, we've somehow managed to get the copyright strikes taken away, and we've got our channel back. So we are back. That is the good news. We're back for good. We're back. We're going to be uploading all of the previous series we were doing, and we're going to be uploading more stuff. We've got the WWE 2K19 World Cup coming up. We're going to be doing more football match previews and reviews, shit like that. We're going to be doing Morton reviews and trying to steal all the fans away for that retard Chris Morton. We're going to be doing all that good stuff, but the one thing we're not going to be doing is continuing the Hibernian career mode, because unfortunately, once our channel was terminated, we thought, right, we could either cry about it like lefties and just live the rest of our lives wanting to kill ourselves, or we could do something about it and create a new channel. So we thought, right, we'll do something about it, create a new channel. We'll decide to create a new career mode. Now, obviously, you're only allowed, I believe, is it 4 career mode slots? And to do our new career mode, we had to overwrite one of them. And we thought we'd overwrite the Hibs career mode because, A, it was top of the list, and B, we didn't think we'd be doing it again since Fog Gaming 2K was took down. So, we decided to overwrite it with, I believe it was a Rangers career mode, but that's irrelevant. What happened is, then we got our new channel that we created, we got that taken down, and then our appeal for Fog Gaming 2K was successful, so we got our old channel back up. The Hibs career mode is still going, but we've not got the save to continue it, so there you can see things are pretty fucked up. So what we're going to do is, we're going to be starting a new Hibs career mode, so we don't want to let the Hibs fans down. We're going to be doing a new Hibs career mode. I would have rather continued it, but like I said, we don't have the save, it's not possible. We've got the channel back, but I don't think there's any way we can get the save back. We could maybe send a couple of messages to EA and beg them like we did the Indians, but I just don't think that it's going to do much good. Right, so we're going to download the latest squads now. The only problem is, like, I did get us off to a decent start with a draw, 2 draws actually, against Hearts and Kilmarnock, and then GW came on and he kind of broke the bus down. He kind of crashed it. Aye.
Sorry. I dropped this out.
He got smashed 6-2 against Motherwell. Now, I could talk shite for days, but there's no way I'm going to make 6-2 sound respectable. It bloody wasn't. And then I think he lost 1-0 to Aberdeen.
9 men.
So, after 4 games, we're sitting on 2 points. Now, you may think it's a coincidence that it's the Hibs career that gets overwritten, but I'm telling you, it is a coincidence because we didn't fucking mean it. I'd have continued on, I'd have won the next 2 games, I'd have pumped Rangers and Celtic and got us back up the league table. But like I said, it didn't happen. So like I said, we're going to do Hibs again. There's been some updates. Perhaps there'll be some improvements with the player ratings. We've yet to see. You see, the Kilmarnock are now a 2.5-star team. I'm glad to see FIFA have improved Kilmarnock a little bit. They deserve to be a 2.5-star team. They're doing really well in the league this season. Dundee, what are they? 1.5. They should be fucking no stars. They are pish. But anyway, we're going to go Hibs. Again, the board expectations. Domestic success is high. Continental success is very low. Brand exposure, medium. Financial high, and youth development low. Got a transfer budget of 2 million, club worth 6.3. Got 2 decent kits. We're playing in Edinburgh, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's pick Hibbies. So here we go, Mr. Fogg. We all thought Mr. Fogg was dead when he got those copyright strikes. When he got the channel disabled, we thought it was the last of Mr. Fogg. Whether he died of old age or if there was suspicious death around the, the disappearance of Fogg, it remained to be seen. But one thing that is true is that Fogg is back and he's here. Indian food poisoning. The curry was tampered with, but now we're back, and hopefully we'll just have to stay away from those curries and also stay away from those Rangers highlights. I mean, fucking the Rangers claiming shit that doesn't even belong to them. They're dead, right? And now they want to try and take our channel down with them. No happening. Rangers might have died 6 years ago, but we'll never die. Fog Gaming here to stay. So we'll continue.
Gaming's older than Rangers.
It is fucking star power. Should book Fog Gaming on the Crown Jewel. Right,
Sorry.
So the match difficulty is an ultimate half-length 6-minute currency sterling. We want to change stadium name. We'll put it at Easter Road, just for a bit of realism, guys. Even though like almost every team in the Premier League will probably be playing at Easter Road, but who cares about that? Easter Road. At least in this, you get to change the names of the stadium. In PES, man, they still don't have Ibrox or Celtic Park, which is bloody ridiculous. I mean, they advertise that. They try and get you to buy the game. Yo, buy PES. We've got Ibrox and you buy PES, and fuck me. FIFA will probably have the January transfer update before PES bring out Ibrox, and that's the sad truth of the matter. We've got the latest squads updated. The transfer window is enabled. We're going to enable it. I mean, there was an option to disable it, but we think we want to try and bring in a few improvements to the team, so we're going to enable it. And the European competitions, if we've got the option, we are going to put ourselves in it, because Hibs did qualify for the Europa League. I mean, we're not the actual group stage of it, but you know, they did qualify for. You see St Mirren's in it. I'm just not happy about that. But there is a case that we should be putting in Aberdeen instead, even though Hibernian got further than Aberdeen. So maybe we should put Hibs in. What do you think? Or is it unfair, do you think, that we start in the groups? Would you rather just no be in it? What do you think, GW?
Well, Aberdeen played Burnley, almost beat them, so I'd give it to Aberdeen.
Right, what we'll do is we'll give it to Aberdeen and we'll qualify the legit way. We'll qualify fairly, and then next week, well, next year, we'll come back and we'll smash all these teams. I don't know if we'll see Chelsea and Arsenal in it next year, but whoever is in it will get absolutely tanked. So you see, we're going to have Celtic, Rangers and Aberdeen representing Scotland in the Europa League. That's all that done. Let's advance and let's move on. That is us, man, getting into this career mode, man. The excitement, I can't wait. Mr. Fogg taking over Hibs for the second time in the space of what, a month? Unbelievable stuff here.
There was a Hibs Master League as well, so technically 3 times.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
Anyone would have thought Mr. Fogg's a Hibs fan, like, I mean.
Definitely not.
Juventus seal Leonardo Bonucci for 36 million. Iniesta's went to some mad club. So you can see, I know it says Hibs, but that wasn't actually the Hibs career mode. That was, in fact, the Celtic one that we decided to overwrite.
The Hibs B team.
The Hibs B team. And yeah, here we go. So we've got the pre-season tournament invites. We're going to decline them. Just not really interested. We won't get stuck straight into the Scottish Premiership. In the past, I would have maybe played it, but we're good now at FIFA. We've had a lot of time to play it. We've got no excuses now. If we can't be picking up results, if we can't be getting off to a good start, then we're just shite, and we need to face it. Now, Lee Griffiths is on our shortlist. As much as I would love to bring him to Hibs, I don't think it's going to happen. But we will scout the Celtic A team, and we'll see if they want to lend any players to the B team. But before we do that, we need to check the office here, see what the emails are saying, and see what the expectations and shit is for this season. So let's have a quick look. Scottish Cup reach the quarter final. Should be able to do that, no bother. Within 2 seasons, achieve a high finish. I expect to do that this season, and this season they want us to achieve a high finish as well. Youth development. We need to grow one youth academy player by at least 5 overall points. As soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming in as a sub. Should be easy enough to do. Within 3 seasons, increase the season ticket holders with at least 10% of the stadium capacity. Again, I think we can do that. Financial, keep player salary growth under 20%. Maybe a bit harder, but we should be able to do that, and finish with at least £888 profit at the end of the first transfer window. I think we can do that as well. And there you go, domestic thing, and then we're not in the Europa League, so there is no continental success yet as of to speak of. So we'll just go into the squad now, have a quick look at the hub, and we'll see what players, if any, have been given upgrades. So we'll start with the goalkeepers. We'll just go through the team. We have Bogdan, 69, Ledlow, 61, and Marciano, 65. GW, what do you make of the goalkeeping situation?
Well, I think it's one of the stronger positions at the club. Bogdan may be a Liverpool reject, but he can be a Hibs saviour.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if he is a ginger cunt, I mean, you've put the nail on the head there, he could do well for Hibs. At right back, we've got David Gray, 64 rated, Stephen Whittaker, 68 rated, but he is retiring at the end of the season. I don't think there's any option to get him to reconsider. This isn't Football Manager. If a player says they're retiring, you've just got to fucking deal with it. So,
doesn't matter, he's on a 5-year deal, bro.
Yeah, so there you go. Stevie Whittaker, just not interested. He'll be retiring, which will leave us with only one right back. We might need to sort that out, but for this season, Whittaker and Gray, they've got the right back positions covered. At centre back, we've got Ambrose 70, Hanlon 68, Porteous 61, and Darren McGregor 65. Only 4 centre backs, slightly worrying. Ambrose and McGregor's contracts both expiring in 12 months. I think we're okay for now, but I think we do need to improve in those centre back positions, or at least bring in a little bit more depth. Left back, we've only got Lewis Stevenson. He's 64 rated. He can play left mid or centre mid. We really need a left back, don't we? I mean, his contract also expiring in 12 months, and he's only left back at the club. Plus, at 64, he's not exactly great, is he? So I think left back is a position that we really could do with getting. I mean, we could try and get Kieran Tierney, but I don't think Celtic will allow that. CDM, we've got Mark Milligan.
Funds can afford.
We've got the most capped player in the Hibs team, I think, of 72 overall. We're trying to use him as much as possible. Right mid, we've got Martin Boyle. His pace is insane. Try and use him as much as possible. Centre mid, we've got Stevie Mallon. We've got Slivka 62, Heinemann 67, Bartley 63. Again, we're decent in the midfield. Maybe there's room for improvement, but for now I think we're okay. Out wide on the left, got Daryl Horgan 68 overall. Solid player. Got young players like Fraser Murray 51. You've got Abba Bupong 66. Canberry up front is a 67. Solid rating. Good player as well. Only 23 years old. He should develop into a good player. I think he'll at least break into the 70s. Do you agree with that? Or?
Yep, he's great.
Then we've got Allen, 53 overall. We've got Ollie Shaw, 62 overall, only 20 years old. And then the main man, 70 rated, Jamie McLaren at 24 years old. I think with Canberry and McLaren, could we try and implement a 2 up front formation with this team, or is that not possible? Or to be honest,
one works, one doesn't.
I mean, with the lack
then we'll be in the money.
With the lack of fullbacks, and the fact that both Gray and Whittaker can play the centre back roles, we could always go with a 3 at the back, a 3-5-2 if you think that would work.
Yep.
So there's always that possibility. But we'll look at that down the line. I suppose it depends on who we're playing. We'll use different formations for different teams. And that's probably going to do it then for this episode. But before we go, I just want to chuck a couple of players into the training. Try and get some players to improve as quickly as possible. And if I can find out how to train players, that'd be fucking great. But it seems to be getting away from me. Steve. Is it in squad?
What is?
How to train a player? Central?
Squad training?
Oh, there you go.
The first thing to the left.
There you go, guys. Found it.
Your lefty.
Far left. So I think we want to train. Jamie McLaren's only 24. I mean, you probably could train him, but I don't know. I think we'll train Canberry, and we will train. I think we'll train Ollie Shaw. I think Ollie Shaw has got potential. He's only 62 rated, but he's 20 years old. I think we could improve him quite a bit. So we'll go with that. Who else have we got? Try and see if we've got anybody in the wing. You've got Boyle, Horgan, Apom. This guy here, you could probably train him. Fraser Murray. This guy could do with a lot of training. He's only 19. Yeah, we'll try and train Fraser Murray. Screw it. Midfield wise, we've got Mulligan, Slivka, Bartley, Heinemann. I think we'll try and train Stevie Mallon. The guy's only 22. Should be improvement for him as well. And then that gives us one more training slot. Who will we use it on? Looking at the centre backs, we've got Ryan Porteous who we could use, or what about full backs? That's it really. We'll go with Porteous then, and that will do it. Both young guys along with Fraser Murray. Hopefully we can improve them. So we'll just go ahead, simulate the training, see what we get here. An F, a D, an F, a B and a D. Not very good, guys. So a training session to forget. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the end of episode 1. It's basically just an introduction, showing you the team, showing you the squad, explaining the shitty situation that we found ourselves in, but we're hoping to come back from that. In the next episode, we will look to bring in a couple of players, and we will be playing our first game of the season, which is going to be an away tie against Motherwell. Hopefully we can get off to a good start. We're going to need it because after that we've got St Mirren, and then we're following that we've got Kilmarnock and Celtic. It's going to be 2 tough games, and then the Edinburgh Derby against Hearts. So not the easiest start to the season, but hopefully we'll be able to get on alright, guys. That's going to do it. Leave your comments down below. Who do you want us to sign, and how do you think we're going to get on this season? Do you think we can get a Europa League place, or do you think we can go even better and try to challenge for the league? Let us know down below. But until then,
peace.